In this video, we're going to use some census at school data to explore how to make graphs for categorical data. So we'll start here and look. Our two types of graphs for categorical data are the bar graph, which they call the bar plot here, or the pie chart. So the bar plot with data, we of course need to select a categorical variable to use with the bar chart. So I'm going to go down to superpower, which is near the bottom here. And we're going to skip over the where. That's kind of a complicated addition. We're not going to worry about that right now. And the grouping options we'll talk about in another video. So when we look at the type, we can do frequency, relative frequency, or percent. So I'm going to leave it as frequency right now. And then order by, we're also going to change later. Right now we'll leave it as value ascending. Now, one thing I like is to display the value above the bar. That's a nice feature to turn on. Other than that, we're going to leave everything else the same. Push compute, and you see our bar graph here. Now, sometimes it's a little bit hard to read, and I find that a lot of times we can improve the readability by just stretching it out horizontally a little bit. Notice the frequency gives us the count. If you hover over the bar, it will also display the count. We have it displayed above the bar. The different categories are below, and I want you to notice they're in alphabetical order. That's what value ascending means. Now, if we go back if we go to options, we have the option to edit it. So let's see what some of these other options are. We can change this to relative frequency, and let's change this to count descending. Just show you what this does. You notice count descending, then first of all, changing it to relative frequency gives us the basically the percent in decimal form here, and this changes the order of the bar to the order of percentages, with being the highest bar first. We could also do order ascending. Now, just to show you the difference between relative frequency and percent. Okay, now we can do compute here. The only thing different with this is that this percent's written as a whole number instead of in decimal form. Now, once you have the graph, you're going to want to save it. Well, if you want to save it, you have to save it here. So we're going to push save. You want to title the graph. It's got a generic title right now, so I'm going to entitle it Superpower. And go ahead and push save. I can view this then. It's in my results. So if I go to my StatCrunch, my main menu, and go to my results, it will show under there. I happen to have two of these because I did an example of this earlier. If I go back to my my file here that I was in, just go on back to this. This is open on a different window actually. Okay, there we go. Now let's go ahead and make another graph. Let's make a pie chart. So the pie chart, I am going to go to favorite season, which I think is down there. We go, favorite season. And we can display either the count or the percent of the total. But you can also do both. So I'm going to hold down Shift and select both. And go ahead and push compute. There isn't anything else, any other things I want to show. So notice it displays both the count and the percent in each bar, and if you hover over it, it shows the count and the percent. Now under options 2, you can copy the graph and print it, download it, and other things. Now if you want to copy it though to put it in another document, such as a Google Doc or a Word doc, you actually right click on it and then copy the image there. And it's very easy to paste into a Google Doc or into a Word file. It's really handy. Other than that, there aren't any graphs that we can make with categorical data, so we're going to save our quantitative data for another video.